Well, before Gussie's gut, um, Peshy's on a very good diet. You know, we make his food and everything, and he's got great veterinary care, and he is on several medications that help this, almost 12 and a half year old giant breed dog maintain his skeleton and his ability to move around. But it was challenging. And so when the probiotic that you guys, Gussie's gut, came in front of me somehow, I can't even remember how, and you offered a free sample, it just made sense to me that this might be something that I could add to the regime that we were already on that would be good for him. Just nothing, no more expectations than that, that it would just be good for him. And the sample, as you know, we did the little movie of it. He loves it. And so now for, approximately 6 weeks, he gets a nice tablespoon of that because of his size. He's over 100 pounds. He gets a tablespoon of that as a topper on his food. And so about 4 weeks into this, he was, doing the same as always. He's got good days and he's got not so good days. But suddenly, when we were out for our walks in the evening, which, he usually, kind of dragged along a little bit, wanted to go for a walk, but, you know, couldn't really keep up with a brisk pace or anything. We noticed he was out in front of us, um, and wanting to drive forward like he did, in his earlier years. This was really new for us, in this past year, and it continued every single walk he takes in the morning and the evening. He wants to drive that walk. So both his interest and his curiosity and his ability to get that strength and that drive is new. And we haven't done anything else but Gussie's gut.
Wow, that's great. So no new medications, no new nothing.
No new, in fact, the medications that we've been on for the past year, I've been able to back some of those off, some of them in duration. And I never expected to do that, but he doesn't need as much anymore. And again, these are sort of for chronic conditions. It's not something you give for a little while and then take away. But we're able to do either smaller dosages or more time in the intervals between the medication.
So just let's not name the medications, but let's just go through what you give him for what, like what those medications are for.
Okay. We give them a medication to relieve pain, prescribed by a veterinarian. The very common medication on a daily basis. We also give him a medication that has been out for a few years that helps preserve the nervous system, for dogs with arthritis, so that the pain doesn't become, kind of memorized and made worse by just those pathways. So we block those pathways. And then we also use an injectable medication that increases the hyaluronic acid in his joints and gives him a little cushion where he doesn't have cushion anymore.
Oh, great. That's great. And you give him an injection, what, once a week or?
I had been giving him an injection approximately every 11 days. And now I'm out to an injection every 16, 17 days.
Wow. And
Yeah.
why is that?
That's only since he's gotten this, sort of uh, renewed, renewed energy and comfort from, again, we haven't done anything different, just the Gussie's gut. So something is synergistically working with that we don't have to give him that hyaluronic acid boost as often.
So you give him that based on what you see. That's your diagnosis. You
Yeah,
can tell when he falls off, and you're
yes,
needing to give him
it's
a little extra boost of it.
yes, it's quite dramatic. As any dog owner knows, when the back hips are kind of gone, the dog has a tendency to collapse after they've been walking for a while. You know, they just get lower to the ground, or there'll actually be a collapse. And we walk him with a special little halter thing. So if he does collapse, because he is a big, heavy dog, we
Yeah.
can easily help him and help pick up his back end and stuff. So we know very clearly when he needs a shot of that medication that increases the hyaluronic acid. It's not a subjective kind of thing. It's just very objective from watching him collapse.
Sure, sure. When I touched base with you, I told you this story that I had a black lab that he had a
Yeah,
congenital issue with his back. His hind end would drop. I did, everything from hyperbaric oxygen to acupuncture and Cairo weekly and cold laser and
yeah,
all kinds of fun stuff. Probably the stuff that you're doing. And
yeah,
we would call him a land shark because like sharks have to swim to breathe. Like he had to continue to walk to stand up, and he would just do these laps in the kitchen, over and over again. I get it. I've been in this place before. Can we
yes,
see? Can we see Peshy?
yeah, right here.
He's relaxing.
He's relaxing right now. Yeah,
All right, there you go. I mean, he's on his cool pad in New Mexico, relaxing. Was this after his walk?
yeah. He walks early in the morning when it's cool and
Yeah,
the pavement is cool, and then he walks after sundown.
great. That's exactly what I do. Well, he is a big boy. He
He
has
is
got
a
a
big
lot to
boy.
manage.
Yeah, at his prime, he was 130 pounds. He's a little less now in his old age. We try to keep him a little thinner just to help those joints.
Right, right. Well,
And we
that's
do
great.
we do have a veterinarian who is very skilled at chiropractic and acupuncture, and we've done red laser and magnets, and all of it helps. All I mean, it's very very helpful, and all of that was being done before we started the Gussie's Gut, and it has given us one more very effective tool to make him comfortable. I'm very
Well, that's
grateful.
great. That's great. Well, thank you so much for this. This is very inspiring to us over here. I hope it's inspiring to anybody watching who has a senior dog or a big dog. Um, and the truth is, and I think I mentioned this to you when we spoke briefly, that um, there's just not enough money and research put into canine nutrition and all of the ways that nutrition affects dogs, the positive effects of whether it's raw food or it's fermented foods, or and we're trying to change that, but it's going to take a while and it's going to take a lot of effort. And the problem is that you need time and you need a lot of money. And
Yes,
so we until that time, we have the anecdotal stories like you, that these are people who, like you, who are very um, deliberate and careful about what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They isolate, in this case, Gussie's gut in this moment of time, and they're able to see if that moves the needle at all.
yep.
And these anecdotal stories are all we've got right now, or most of what we've got, and I think they're really important. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you to your husband for holding the cell phone.
Well, thank you, Robin. Please give my gratitude to Dr. Billinghurst too. I really appreciate him.
I will. Thank you. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching.
Okay,
Bye, Alicia.
bye.
Bye, Peshy.